Police clashed with protesters at Milipol Paris 2025 over Israeli participation in the internal security exhibition. Demonstrators waved Palestinian flags and held banners reading, "We are not indifferent" and "Stop Milipol."
Macron authorized the presence of these Israeli exhibitors at the last minute, under the pretext that France was negotiating with Israel as part of a so-called ceasefire, and that the situation in Gaza had improved. But who do they think we are? We know very well that what is happening in Gaza did not begin on October 7th, and that it did not stop in September. It did not stop with this ceasefire. It is a low-key genocide that continues. Israeli strikes continue. They continue to starve the Palestinian people in Gaza. They continue to colonize the West Bank. And the arms trade with Israel cannot continue under these circumstances.
Footage shows officers pushing protesters outside the Parc des Expositions de Villepinte, maintaining tight control as demonstrators chanted and marched. The protest highlighted anger over France's role in supplying weapons to Israel. Protester Danielle condemned the arms trade, saying, "It's terrible. All we see are civilians, women, children and men being massacred with weapons supplied by France. We are selling to a genocidal state. Not in my name."
It's terrible. All we see are civilians, women, children, and men being massacred with weapons supplied by France. Here in France, 44 companies manufacture weapons or components for the Israeli army. How is this possible? We are selling to a genocidal state. That's why it's mind-boggling. I am French, and I don't want this to happen in my name. Not in my name. Wherever I have the opportunity, I will say no, not in my name. Macron, Le Cornu, and all those people who are killing themselves, including in certain municipalities, will have to be held accountable. We are complicit in what is happening.
Protesters called the situation scandalous, criticizing French policy. Macron recognizes Palestine, but allows Israeli companies to sell weapons and transport arms freely. This is not how we resolve conflict. Loic, spokesperson for Stop Arming Israel France, accused the French government of prioritizing economic and political interests. France sells essential parts for Israeli weapons, buys military equipment, and maintains close diplomatic, commercial, and military ties with Israel, he said.
Macron has an economic and political interest in maintaining good relations with Israel because France sells essential parts for Israeli weapons. France buys military equipment from Israel. There is cooperation and trade, so Macron maintains good diplomatic, commercial, and military relations with Israel.
The French government allowed Israeli exhibitors at Milipol, citing a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. But demonstrators argued the conflict continues. Loic warned the arms trade cannot continue while strikes and blockades persist in Gaza and the West Bank. Protests continued under close police supervision as demonstrators held banners and megaphones. The confrontation brought international attention to France's controversial military and economic ties with Israel during Milipol 2025.